On November 22, 2024, at the Shimizu Zenzo Memorial Tennis Courts in Takasaki, Japan, Alex Eala appeared to be cruising toward the semifinals. She had taken the opening set. She had secured the early break. Everything pointed toward a routine victory. Then, everything changed. Sawangkaew stopped playing like the underdog. She stopped respecting rankings, expectations, and momentum. Instead, she began swinging freely, attacking aggressively, and forcing Eala into uncomfortable positions. What followed was one of the most surprising reversals of Eala's season as Sawangkaew stormed through the final two sets 6-1, 6-2. For Eala, it was a frustrating defeat. For Sawangkaew, it was proof that she belonged on the same court. 18 months later, their paths cross once again. This time, the setting is completely different. The quarterfinals of the Birmingham Open. Grass courts. A place in the semi-finals on the line. And one fascinating question hanging over Edgbaston Priory Club. Has the balance of power between these two Southeast Asian stars fundamentally changed? Or was Takasaki simply a snapshot of a moment that no longer reflects reality? The truth is that their rivalry has evolved considerably since that afternoon in Japan. 6 months after the Takasaki defeat, Eala earned her revenge. Meeting again in the SEA Games final in Bangkok, the Filipino produced a performance that felt almost symbolic. She dismantled Sawangkaew 6-1, 6-2, mirroring the exact scoreline of her previous loss. One victory each, a perfectly balanced head-to-head. Yet that statistic alone tells us very little. Context matters. In Takasaki, Eala had been forced to play multiple matches in a single day because of weather delays. Fatigue became a factor. Her serve abandoned her at key moments. Double faults accumulated. Sawangkaew sensed the opportunity and attacked before the door could close. Bangkok was different. Eala arrived rested. She was playing on a surface better suited to her game. She carried the emotional weight of representing the Philippines in a historic SEA Games final. The motivation and circumstances heavily favored her. Birmingham belongs to neither category. This is neutral ground. And, perhaps more importantly, it's grass. Grass has a way of disrupting established hierarchies. The surface rewards quick adaptation, efficient movement, and confidence more than reputation. Neither player possesses decades of experience on grass, which creates uncertainty and opportunity in equal measure. That makes current form far more important than historical results. And when you examine what both players have accomplished this week, the picture becomes fascinating. Eala entered Birmingham as the tournament's top seed and one of the highest-ranked players in the draw. More importantly, she has looked increasingly comfortable with every match. Her opening round victory over Priscilla Hahn was ruthless. A 6-0, 6-2 scoreline that demonstrated complete control from start to finish. In the second round, she produced another convincing performance, defeating Himino Sakitsum 6-4, 6-0, while showing growing confidence in her movement and shot selection on grass. The round of 16 presented a sterner challenge against Alina Kariva. For a brief period, Kariva pushed back. Then Eala elevated her level once again. The result was a composed 6-2, 7-5 victory that showcased not only her talent, but also her ability to handle pressure when momentum begins to shift. 3 matches, 3 wins, not a single set lost. That is the profile of a player finding her rhythm at exactly the right time. Sawangkaew's journey to the quarterfinals deserves equal respect. She fought through qualifying, earning victories to secure her place in the main draw. Once there, she continued winning. A straight sets victory over Linda Klimovicova highlighted her resilience in difficult moments, while her win against Kayla Day may have been her most impressive performance of the week. The Thai stars looked confident, aggressive, and increasingly comfortable on the surface. And her season as a whole reflects that momentum. A 23-9 record in 2026 is not an accident. Titles in Mumbai, Nonthaburi, and the Kangaroo Cup have provided her with the kind of confidence that only consistent winning can create. She arrives in this quarterfinal believing she can beat anyone in the draw. That's a dangerous mindset for any opponent. But eventually, every preview arrives at the same critical question. What level of competition have these players actually been facing? And this is where the separation becomes difficult to ignore. Eala's season has unfolded on a completely different stage. She has spent months competing against top 50 and top 100 opposition. She has collected victories at WTA 1000 events. She has tested herself against established stars on the biggest courts in the sport. Her run at Indian Wells showcased her ability to compete against elite talent. Her performances in Auckland and Rome demonstrated that she can adapt across surfaces while maintaining a high level. Those experiences matter, not because rankings automatically decide matches, but because repeated exposure to elite competition sharpens decision-making under pressure. It teaches players how to survive difficult moments. It raises standards. Sawangkaew's success this season has been impressive, but much of it has come at the ITF and WTA 125 level. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's often how future stars build confidence and momentum. But facing Alex Eala presents a different challenge. Because Eala has spent the year competing against opponents who hit harder, move faster, serve bigger, and punish mistakes more consistently. That doesn't guarantee victory. Far from it. Sawangkaew already proved in Takasaki that she possesses the tools to trouble Eala. The head-to-head record confirms that. Her current form confirms that. And her confidence certainly confirms that. But if this match becomes a battle of adjustments, pressure management, and execution in the biggest moments, history suggests Eala may possess a slight edge. Not because of one result, not because of one ranking, but because of everything she has experienced since these two first met. The quarterfinal in Birmingham isn't simply a rematch. It's a measuring stick. A chance to determine whether Sawangkaew's breakthrough victory was the beginning of a genuine rivalry, or whether Alex Eala's continued rise has created a gap that is becoming increasingly difficult to close. And on a grass court where margins are razor-thin, that answer is about to reveal itself. The difference between Alex Eala and Sawangkaew isn't simply ranking. It's exposure. Over the past several months, Eala has shared courts with some of the toughest opponents in women's tennis. Players who operate at a completely different speed, who punish hesitation instantly, and who force every shot to carry purpose. When you've spent months facing that level of competition, your understanding of pressure changes. The pace changes. The margins change. And perhaps most importantly, your ability to recognize danger develops in ways that statistics alone cannot fully capture. That said, grass courts have a habit of disrupting clean narratives. They are the great equalizer. The surface rewards initiative. It rewards players willing to move forward. It rewards those who take time away from opponents. And that reality gives Sawangkaew a legitimate pathway into this match. One of the more interesting aspects of her game is her willingness to incorporate serve and volley tactics. It's an increasingly rare approach in modern tennis, but on grass it becomes significantly more dangerous. The lower bounce naturally favors attacking players. The faster court speed rewards first-strike tennis. And every successful net approach shortens the point before a superior baseline player can fully impose herself. If Sawangkaew serves well and commits to attacking behind that serve, she can disrupt Eala's preferred rhythm. That's the theory. The challenge is execution. Because disrupting a better player is one thing. Sustaining that disruption over an entire match is something else entirely. Eala's game is built from the baseline outward. Her forehand is capable of generating heavy pace and sharp angles. Her two-handed backhand allows her to redirect the ball with remarkable efficiency. Her movement gives her the ability to turn defensive positions into offensive opportunities. Most importantly, she thrives when she has opportunities to read patterns and establish rhythm. Serve and volley tennis attempts to remove that rhythm. It compresses time. It forces split-second decisions. It demands constant adaptation. Against many opponents, that formula can be extremely effective. Against Eala, it requires near-perfect execution. And that is where the challenge becomes immense. Throughout this week, Sawangkaew has played excellent tennis. But excellent is not the same as flawless. Against Linda Klimovicova, there were stretches where momentum shifted repeatedly. Against other opponents, There were moments when first serve percentages dipped and service games became vulnerable. Those small fluctuations often go unpunished at lower levels. Against a player like Eala, they become opportunities. Because one of the most underrated parts of Eala's game is her return. She consistently pressures second serves. She takes the ball early. She forces opponents to play uncomfortable points immediately after the serve. Even players with significantly bigger deliveries have struggled to hold comfortably against her. If Sawangkaew's first serve percentage falls even slightly, Eala will likely attack. And once Eala gains control of a rally, the balance of power shifts dramatically. Another fascinating element in this matchup is Eala's own serve. Historically, it has been the area opponents targeted most aggressively. Double faults have appeared at unfortunate moments throughout her career. In Takasaki, those serving struggles contributed directly to the loss. But that version of Eala feels increasingly distant. The work she has invested in stabilizing her service motion has become more noticeable this season. The improvement isn't necessarily reflected in eye-popping statistics. It's reflected in something far more important: reliability. Throughout Birmingham, she has protected her service games effectively. She has avoided the clusters of double faults that once created unnecessary pressure. She has navigated difficult moments with far greater composure. Against Alina Kariva, a player fully capable of punishing weak serving, Eala never allowed her service games to unravel. That alone represents meaningful progress. But beyond tactics, rankings, and technical details, there is another layer to this match: psychology. And in this rivalry, psychology matters. These are not strangers. They know each other's games intimately. They have competed in high-pressure environments. They have beaten each other decisively. They have experienced both victory and disappointment against the same opponent. There are very few surprises left. Eala understands exactly what Sawangkaew wants to accomplish. She knows the net approaches are coming. She knows the aggressive returns are coming. She knows the tactical pressure points that Sawangkaew will attempt to target. At the same time, Sawangkaew understands Eala's vulnerabilities. She knows where pressure has affected her in the past. She knows the patterns that previously created discomfort. She knows which moments in a match offer the best opportunity to attack. That mutual familiarity transforms this contest into something deeper than a normal quarterfinal. It becomes a strategic battle, a chess match played at full speed. Every adjustment will trigger another adjustment. Every tactical success will force a response. And in those situations, versatility becomes invaluable, because chess generally favors the player with more options. At this stage of their careers, Eala appears to possess more of them. She has greater baseline firepower. She has faced stronger competition. She has developed more solutions for difficult situations. And perhaps most importantly, her confidence has been forged against opponents operating at the highest levels of a sport. That doesn't guarantee victory. Grass courts rarely offer guarantees. Sawangkaew has already proven she can defeat Eala. She arrives with momentum, confidence, and a game style capable of creating problems. But if this match reaches the critical moments, the break points, the pressure games, the stretches where composure matters most, the evidence suggests Eala holds a slight advantage. Not because of reputation, not because of rankings, but because her game has evolved. Her experience has expanded, and her ability to handle high-pressure situations appears stronger than it was when these two first met. The rivalry is tied at 1 victory each. The quarterfinal will decide nothing permanently, but it may reveal something important. Whether Sawangkaew remains Alex Eala's most dangerous regional rival, or whether the gap between them has quietly begun to widen. Ed.